this is going to be officially the last time I'm going to be using that, my phone, my Android S21 or whatever it is, and the first time I'm going to be using this, which is the Osmo Pocket 3. A little bit of an unpack here. I still haven't even connected the speaker, which is probably why my audio sounds so bad. Check that out. Camera with its own built-in gimbal. Heck, if you look at that, really nice and useful there. Up my quality quite a bit. Check out, that's so cool. Yep. So we're officially switching to that in 3, 2, 1, and bada boom. We got our new microphone in, and we also are converted now to the Osmo Pocket 3. No more of this guy. And let's see what we got here. So this was around $649, $700 if you count taxes. And I bought the creative package, so it comes with this, it comes with the actual camera, and it comes with this extra little battery here, as well as a tripod that you can basically connect to these two pieces. So it's not bad at all, but I'm not gonna lie, the quality on this is like, I still can't believe it, because this, to switch from an Android to an actual professional camera, it's a pretty big difference. So I hope this will make all the difference when I'm doing content and when I'm filming courses and things like that for my group, which I'm going to be promoting later on. But yeah, so I got this, and I also have a little a spider stand, like Gorilla Pod. That's what the camera is supported on right now. In fact, might as well show you with this. I'm switching back and forth over here. So I'm filming on one of these babies. You can see that. This was around $40. In total, we probably spent around, say $800 plus the CapCut account for editing and things like that, which is around $20 or $10 a month, I should say. So hopefully with this we have a little bit more production, and let's get it. So with my community though, I'm going to be essentially making a calisthenics community on SKOOL. So I'll explain to you all the value propositions that I'm going to establish on SKOOL. I jotted it down all on this whiteboard. I don't know if you can see that. But either way, I'm going to go through it with you as of right now. So my initial group is probably going to be with the intentions to maximize your body. So that could be either stretching, it could be dieting for longevity, it could be dieting for fat loss, and just general consistency plans, anything that you could do to really extend the bounds of your body and whatnot. So on here, the value propositions that I jotted down, at least right here, that I'm probably going to start doing on the back end of the group, is going to be an exercise library. So I'm basically just going to record every single exercise, calisthenics exercise that I've ever done, and have people basically go through every one and teach them the exact form, the proper form that you should have for every exercise that you're doing. And then I would have a dieting course, or I was thinking of maybe having a dieting course, one for fat loss, just general calories in, calories out type of thing, and learning the habits that you should do, the to do's and to not do's for losing fat. Then, courses for proper form and things like that, so you can get really into so you can have proper form in calisthenics. Super important. I mean, because in reality, in exercise at least, it's always quality over quantity. So it doesn't really, like, repetition does matter, but if you're not doing the form right, then there's no point. So that's going to be an important part of what I'm going to be teaching over there. Then it's going to be stretching properly before and after a workout, getting that hip mobility in, being able to and really just minimizing the pains that you would have in the future. Like a lot of people get their ankles sprained a lot, and that's mostly just due to the fact that you're under training that specific part of the body. So that's what I'm going to be teaching there as well. I'm super passionate about that. Another idea I had was how to go from 0 to hero. So that's probably another course idea. So just how to progress in calisthenics from not being able to even do a single push-up to, you know, my level or even above my level. Then you would do a consistency plan, or I would maybe do a consistency plan, or consistency calls, I should say, for accountability and things like that, so that people actually stay hooked onto their workout sessions and things like that. So, and on these same weekly calls, you would also go over like achievements and things like that that other people did in the group, so that keeps up the morale, and hopefully we're going to start building a good community off of that, because again, that's the point of school. So then we could do another course maybe around progression training, which by progressions I mean in calisthenics, in order to progress from, let's say, an L-sit, or let's say like leg raises or something like that, to a full front lever, which is like a really advanced move in calisthenics, you have to go through many progressions and enhancing the difficulty of the exercise to steadily train in order to achieve that move, for example. So I'm going to be teaching that kind of thing. Those are called progressions. And this is something that I'm not completely sure about, because in terms of what my group and my target audience are going to be, I was thinking about either making it like a niche down all the way to like young kids doing calisthenics, and teaching teenagers how to really like push through in calisthenics, like specifically. Or I was thinking about doing just like weightlifting, or like basically everything around exercise and fitness, which is a really broad term, and I feel like that could probably attract more people. But I know that Alex Hormozi's kind of marketing tactic is niching down to a very specific group of people, so that you can charge more for the group and you'd have more engagement in the community, because everybody feels like they're in it for the same thing. And plus, I don't know that much about other types of fitness like bodybuilding and other things like that, and yoga and things. So I think that it might be a better idea to just start off with calisthenics and maybe branch off to that. So let me show you. Let me show you what I mean, and let me show you kind of like what I'm going to be doing in terms of the courses, like what my ideas were in terms of how I'm going to monetize it for the future, that is. Whatever. All right, groups. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier to comprehend. So kind of what I'm thinking about doing is, I have an Instagram, I have a YouTube. I have a YouTube, I have a Facebook, and I have a TikTok. So all of these are organic traffic sources, which I'm basically paying nothing to get out of. And for now, you know, I only have like 2 followers per account, which is not that good, and it's not that much traffic either. But once we start getting traction on the YouTube videos and things like that, hopefully we have a little bit more people that start to pour into the group and to my community, and start to, you know, kind of trust me as an authoritative figure that knows what he's talking about in terms of calisthenics. So now all this traffic is going down here into SKOOL, let's say. So this is where I'm a little bit confused on how I'm going to do the back end, or not confused, but still like a little bit on the brainstorming end of things. So like I was talking about, I can either do a community solely based on calisthenics and mostly about maximizing your body's potential off of calisthenics, or it could just be a general community or general fitness. Now, the problem with general fitness, as you can see here, is that I'm not as, I don't know as much about general fitness. Now, that's the point of crowdsourcing, but would people find it, would my traffic from all these sources really find it as useful to have a general community or something more specific to calisthenics? Would they value something more specific to calisthenics? I think this route. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at, right? But what if instead of doing either or, I maybe make the first community of starter people that just want to generally get good at fitness, right? And I start, so the traffic that comes in through here comes in through SKOOL and then gets directed to my general SKOOL page. And this one is free, let's say. So then I start building people up from the ground up, and I show them that I have value through this general page. And, we're doing calls all the time, and people are getting results and things like that. Then once they get to a certain level of calisthenics, so that's a bicep, I don't know if you can tell what that is. So once they get to a certain level, then I bring them to the paid community of calisthenics. And I basically, and this could be like a supercharged one. I could maybe charge like $499 a month for it or something, like a high ticket item, I guess you could say. And right here, you would have like the super committed people in the calisthenics group, super committed, and people that are just out to be absolute monsters at calisthenics like I am. We're all here for the same things. And that's part of the reason why they would do this. So you would have your own account, I would probably make it so that once people come in through here, they would have their own accountability partner to help achieve those results. So I don't specifically have to do that. I basically encourage other people, like the community, to maximize their own results. So then once they get to a certain level, boom, I upsell them to paid, and then the calisthenics group specifically. And I can really start teaching them personally, one-on-one, and things like that. Now, inside the SKOOL groups, in order to encourage communication, and I've gotten this from some of the other calls as well, to encourage communication within the SKOOL groups, utilizing gamification, the gamification element, to make it so the person with the highest status maybe gets prizes every month. So just like we're doing with the new recurring monthly revenue, whoever gets the highest status on gamification, let's say, I take them out to a personalized training session with me. So that's something that I could do to encourage results. Another thing would be encouraging accountability partners among the group. And I already went through that. So people can network with one another in order to ensure results in their own way. And let's see, and I think that's pretty much it with what I wanted to do with calisthenics. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. I kind of free talk this and free drew all this out. Oops, I don't want to see that. But before I finish this video, and probably some of you guys aren't even watching this because I'm just a 17-year-old and it's kind of dumb sometimes, but another thing that I wanted to focus on was, or another idea I had was a possible offer idea for a community. It could be an upsell off of another community, but if I made another one where the pay per entry was maybe $100, just a one-time fee of $100 for the month, maybe, or maybe it's per month. I don't know how I would do it, but let's just say they pay $100 to get in, and part of that money goes to me. So let's say like $70 goes to me, and then $20 goes into a cash prize that people get for getting a certain getting a certain result. So let's say I offer these people, you pay me $100 a month, and you get the money back. Or let's say like it's going to be a competition, right? So they come in paying $100 a month, and for every person that comes in, that little 20 is separated from the stack, and that goes into the ultimate cash prize at the end of the month. So whoever gets the most results in that time period, all those 20s would end up stacking in onto one another until like, let's say it was like $700 for the ultimate cash prize that month. Now whoever gets the most results at the end of the month, they get the $700, and that encourages people to really to get results. And I give them all the resources that my other communities have and things like that. But it's kind of, I would hope that that everything would be escalated just because of the fact that there's money involved now, and they're going to get some of their money back. And it's just like an encouraged factor. And obviously I make most of the money, so that's kind of something that I had going on. But yeah, so you guys can say whatever you think about that. To be honest, I did not explain that very well, but if that made some sense to you guys, please just leave a comment down below. Help me out a little bit. If you want to DM me for questions and things like that on the community, if you want help with calisthenics, anything like that, I'd be happy to reach out. Okay, that's kind of why I made this video. So anyways, peace. All right, now I got to take this thing off. Okay, there we go. All right, now bye.